from the first time ever seeing one of Jessica's lives, or just a kind of a sneak into her mentorship programs, I knew it was something that I wanted to look into further, and learn more from you.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. It's so fun because we had that connection where we'd both been in like healthcare and almost been like, okay, like we enjoy the work decently enough, but there's something missing. Like there's something more out there that we want. And so it was fun to just kind of share that and be like, okay, well, here's how I found it. Let me see if like any of that speaks to you, or like if the content side sounds fun, because it can be one of those things like we were just talking about that you can use in other areas, whether it's another, side hustle you're building, another business, your current career. Like, I feel like writing is one of those things that can help no matter like what stage you want to start at or how fast you want to go. So it was fun to have those first conversations and be like, I think there's something here. I think we could do this.
Yes, absolutely. The connection, you just, you're really personable, and I feel that trust knowing that you're doing exactly what you're teaching. You've been there and you've done this, so some of the struggles, some of the fears, some of the, I guess, kind of imposter syndrome, I think that they call it, where you're like, that couldn't be for me. I'll be in this grind for the rest of my life, but because that's too far out of, I don't have a background in writing or a background in any of that kind of social media platforms, things like that. And that would be, I think, probably the top two things that I had initially thought, well, I will just rule myself out on this. I don't have a background in writing and literature and things of that nature. And I definitely don't have a social media presence, but you debunked those those thoughts for me right off the start of your program, and I've learned that I actually use some of those strategies that you teach throughout your course already in just my corporate America job, and it's interesting to see how much it does overlap. Once you're practicing in just writing in general, the overlap that it could mean for when you are getting those clients and getting paid to do it.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. And I think even in my healthcare like career, I was in the marketing side, but that's one of the things that I later learned, like 10 years later, that I was like, oh, okay, that event coordination that I was doing, or that like whatever, the little graphic design I was doing actually now is very helpful, even if then it felt so far removed from my ultimate path. So that's kind of a good thing, just to realize. And then also, I really admire you because it's almost like people hope that imposter syndrome isn't there, or the fear isn't there, and they wait for it to go away before they take action. But you continually, almost like you recognize it. You're like, okay, thank you. You're trying to keep me safe. You're trying to keep me comfortable, but I'm still going to take action